Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Liz and Lou. Today we are making a video on basically how I'm getting ready to live in a van and travel with this guy, my little Australian cattle dog, Louie. So a bit of a background, my boyfriend and I and Lou have been building out a Chevy Express van, basically into a little RV. It's also solar powered, and we're planning to travel to Arizona for a couple months and then maybe to Oregon. Come here, Lou. We're gonna be traveling in this van. It's basically a little RV inside. I wanted to make a video for people who are traveling with their dog. This isn't just for like living in a camper van or living in an RV. This can also apply to people who are just traveling in cars with their dog. So these are just a couple things that I'm doing to prepare to take this guy on the road with me and have him be as comfortable, healthy, and safe as possible. Before we get started, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to make videos every 3 days now. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports our channel. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I did was get Lou a vet check. We just had our last vet appointment in New York just a couple weeks ago, and I have a video of that, so I will link it up here for you. So I made sure he was up to date on all of his shots, his vaccines, and he's good to go. It's just good to go and have the vet check your dog before you're going on a long trip, just to make sure that they're healthy enough to go, you know. It's just nice to have a professional look your dog over and say, yep, he's healthy, you know. You don't want to go on a long trip and end up figuring out that he's sick or something. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, vet check, get them up to date on their shots, their vaccines. Another thing related to the vet, I have a hard copy of all of his vet papers, all of the receipts I keep, and I keep them in a plastic bag labeled Louie's vet papers. So easy to find, put somewhere where you can grab easily if you need to go to the vet somewhere. This is actually especially good if you are boarding your dog. Like say you want to go to the beach one day and you're boarding your dog at a kennel. They want to see that he has a Bordetella shot, he's vaccinated against rabies, stuff like that. So if you have that all hard copy right there, slap it on the counter and show them. They don't have to call your vet, nothing has to go on with that. It's right there. And it's also good to just have a hard copy in general. The third thing is something I just found out about. My mom actually told me about this, so shout out to Mama. She said I need a dog license, and I was like, what do you mean a dog license? And yeah, I guess you're supposed to have a dog license. I literally never knew about this. I thought that she was just like wrong at first. I was like, what do you mean? But I looked it up, and yeah, actually you're supposed to have a dog license that has his name and everything on it, because if the pound gets your dog, supposedly they might not give him back to you. You have to have like a certificate of ownership for the dog. I think it's more so that. But I do have a tag on him with my name, my number, and even my home address, where I live here in New York. So I thought that I didn't need a dog license, but we're gonna go to the county clerk and get one just in case. I think you just go to your town court and go to the clerk and they'll issue one. Your dog needs to be neutered. If it's not, it's $12 in New York. If he is neutered, it's $6. So it's really not that expensive. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it just in case because he is neutered. So it'll just be $6. Okay, so here are some items that I will be getting especially for the trip. I advise getting some new or interesting toys for your dog for the he's so funny, for the long ride, especially if you're driving hours and hours. Something new and exciting. They're gonna be chewing on it or playing with it the whole ride, and they won't get bored or be whining to get out of the car. So yeah, that'll just keep them busy for a long ride. Especially with cattle dogs, you could be concerned about getting in the right amount of exercise for your dog while you're traveling. So when Nick and I are traveling, we're usually, like say we're going across the country, we'll park in Walmart parking lots because it's actually free to park there overnight. Some of them, you have to check. But anyway, we'll park in Walmart parking lots, we get up, we get on the road, we drive all day, and then we go to another Walmart, we sleep, and it just repeats. So we just do that until we get to our destination. We don't pay for a hotel, we don't pay for camping because we sleep in our van. So while we're doing this, it's kind of hard to play with your dog. It's gonna be 4 days of just 10 hours a day driving in the car. So what I'm getting to is I need to exercise Lou. After traveling so much with Lou, he's gone on 3 trips like this with us. So a typical long driving day, I would get out in the morning with Lou, take him on a walk. If we're sleeping at a Walmart, we're in like a public space. Usually there's like sidewalks or something like that. So I'll walk him on the sidewalks till he goes to the bathroom. And that brings up my next point. Doggy poop bags. You need doggy poop bags when you're traveling. Nobody wants to see you letting your dog poop on the sidewalk somewhere and not picking it up. That's just disgusting. And especially if you're in an area like that, there's usually a trash can not too far away. So bring doggy poop bags, clean up after your dog. That's another good point. But anyway, I'll have him go to the bathroom. I'll take him on like a 10 to 15 minute walk. I'll bring him back. I'll feed him. And then Lou in the morning is usually okay. Like I don't need to exercise him right off the bat. If we're driving a long distance, he'll sleep until like afternoon. He's pretty good in the morning. That's just Lou. Like he's always been a snuggle bug in the morning, and then around like 2 or 3 he gets a little crazy. So at that point we would let him out, and I honestly sometimes I'll run him around parking lots, like, you know, just like getting his energy out before we hit the road again. If we're by a park, play some fetch or something, or even take him, if I wanted to go on a run myself, maybe take him on a run in a nearby park or something like that. We don't really exercise him that much while we're traveling those 4 days. Usually it's about 4 days to get to the west for us. But yeah, those long car ride days, we kind of just like take him out frequently, run him around, take him on walks, and he's usually pretty good. If you have more of a high-strung heeler, which most people do, I would advise to take a big break, like take an hour break and exercise your dog. Like try to play fetch with a long leash in the park or something if your dog can't be off leash. So yeah, make sure you stop frequently to let your dog out to use the bathroom. If you're stopping for gas and to use the bathroom, let the dog out too. Usually Nick and I take turns. We'll stop, he has to pee and fill up, so I will walk the dog, I'll put the dog back in the car, and then I will go in and pee myself, and then we're ready to go. You might also want to invest in a harness or some type of harness and seat belt for your dog. I actually just bought a tactical harness, and I'll leave that video up here for you. I did get a seatbelt leash, but it doesn't fit into the seatbelt buckle, so I need another seatbelt leash that connects to the harness, but something to keep your dog safe in the car while you're driving. They're not going to fly through the windshield. So once you're actually at a campsite, if you're camping or whatever you're doing, at a hotel or something that allows dogs, that's where things get normal again. You can, you know, have your normal routine with your dog. I'm just going by like where we're headed. We're headed to a campsite. We're going to be camping. So most campsites don't want your dog off leash. They usually want like a 6-foot leash or something, but you know, sometimes they're pretty lenient. You could get away with like a long leash, you know, like a 10-foot, 15-foot leash, and then you could play fetch with your dog that way. You can just have them be able to walk around the campsite and not just be on this, you know, 6-foot tiny leash. And you know what, most campsites, I don't think they care too much as long as your dog is on a leash. If you're going to a hotel, that's kind of like you're still bringing the dog out of the hotel to exercise, but that's the way you got to do it. That's the way you got to do it. You know, just take them on more walks. If you like running, take them on a run with the leash. Ugh. Jeez Louise, bubby boy. All right guys, so that's about it for this video. If you have any other ideas about, you know, tips and tricks to help traveling with your dog be easier, please comment them below. We really like to read you guys' comments. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports our channel. Please subscribe for more videos. Come here, Lulu. Sit, sit. Ow. Ow. Oh, little baby. All right guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.